Sure, it's cold, but every day brings us that much closer to spring and all those car shows and cruise nights. Kenny has always been a great fan of George Barris' customizing work, and so when he bought a rough-looking 39 Mercury from a friend a few years back, he leaned heavily on Barris designs to create this beautiful custom.
Yep.
Kenny is the first to agree the Mercury was a mess.
Nothing at all.
There was no floor in it and it needed everything. In fact, he wondered why he bought the car in the first place, but his son convinced him to restore and customize it.
Well, it started, how could I say, trying to get the body to sit on the frame correctly because it was hanging off of it. Once we got all that squared away and measured up, then we decided to go from his drawings of the Matranga Merc from the Barris brothers, and that's what we tried to use as a template for it, and that's where we kept going forward with it, and a lot of cutting, a lot of welding.
Among other things, you'll notice the post is now gone.
Well, like I said, there was no floor on it. If you notice, it doesn't even have a hump for the transmission because I've channeled the body over the frame 9 inches, which is kind of really neat looking because when people mostly ask, is it front wheel drive? No, it's not. It's still rear wheel drive. And then chopping the roof, we ended up getting the information from the internet on how the Barris brothers did theirs, and that's what we guidelined it off of as well. So, and then decided to use a GM drivetrain, something dependable, something to get us around economically. And the back end's on air ride, front end's Mustang 2 suspension. It runs really good.
Kenny did just about all the work on this car himself in his garage to bring it back from ruin to what you see here. Restoration took about 2 years.
The only thing I didn't do was sew the seats. I had somebody else do the seats, but I did the headliner. Somebody cut the glass. I installed all the glass, painted it, did everything, wired it, everything.
He's added a lot of features, including air conditioning for comfortable summertime cruising. Kenny is especially proud of the interior.
If you notice, the center console matches the front of the hood. The 2 front seats are out of a Monte Carlo. The 2 rears are out of a LeBaron. We made it a 4-bucket seat car, so nobody really rides in the back, but it looks good. And it's got a T-Bird rear deck in it.
No monster engine in this car, just a standard Chevy 305.
With a little bit of RV cam in it, just dependability. It's a 49 Ford Dash in it with a 1939 transport truck Rio speedometer that works. It's what they call a tattletale speedometer out of a transport. It flips open, you can put your discs in it, and it can tell you how fast or how many times the truck that it come out of would shift. We just thought it was a really cool item, so we used it instead of buying an aftermarket.
That's the story of Kenny's customized 1939 Mercury. It's stored away for winter now, but you'll see this car again in the spring. Thanks for viewing. Be safe this winter, and come spring, we'll see you at the car shows and cruise nights.